Guys, welcome to today's tutorial. My name is Patrick and I'll be taking you through this tutorial that you are going to be looking at today. So in this video, you're going to look at how you can use SUMIFS. So in Excel, the SUMIFS formula is used to find the totals of the values that you have, the numbers that you have, and we're using more than one criteria. If you look at the data that you have on our computer, we have some marks from some learners, and what you are going to find that these have different genders. So we have male and female, and they also belongs to different streams. So you have west and east, and we are going to use these two criteria. For example, the first one, you're going to look for the gender, that is a male, that belongs to the east stream, and we are going to first find the totals per each subject. So without wasting much of your time, you're going to click here. You're going to find the totals for the boys that belongs to the stream. So when you're writing the Excel formula, the first thing that you're supposed to write is the equal sign. Then you're going to use the formula that you want to use, that is SUMIFS, and then we are going to select the first. What do you want to find? We want to find the sum for the science, so you're going to select the whole age where you have the marks for the science. Then we are going to put a comma so that you can put our criteria. The first one is we are going to check if he or she is a male or a female. So you're going to click on this one. Then we are going to click so that you can be able to select up to the last cell that you have here. Then you're going to put a comma and you're going to say is male. So you're going to type male. Then the second criteria that you're going to use is we are going to check the stream. So you're going to click on this cell up to the last cell that has streams, and we are going to put east. And one thing that you're supposed to know about Microsoft Excel is that it's not case sensitive. So if you type in lowercase or uppercase, it's going to understand what you are trying to do. So with this one, once you have entered, the first thing that you have done is we have entered what you want to find, that is the total for the science. Then we have entered the first criteria that you are going to use. We are going to check if it is a male. Then the next one is we are going to check does he belong to the east stream. So once you do that, is we are going to press enter on the keyboard, and then you're going to find the total. We have the total here, and this one you can confirm. We can check the first one where you have the male here. So maybe you can change the color. We look for another one. You have a male, another male here. And we look for another one, you have another male here. So all these three males belong to each stream, and we can add up this one. 82 plus 81 is going to give you 163. When you add 163 to 96, it's going to give you 259. So with that one, you can know that our formula is correct. So with this one, you can come and also do for the others. So I know that for those who have been using Microsoft Excel, you are used to autofill. So in this case, you can also use autofill, but it's going to give us an error. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on this cell to autofill. You move the cursor to the right bottom corner, and you're going to see that the cursor is going to change to this plus sign, and you're going to drag the cursor to the end of this formula, and you're going to see that this one is not going to change. It's going to give you 00, because what Excel is going to do is going to move to adjust so that it can be able to use a formula. For example, if the gender was on row C, Excel is going to assume that you want to move to row D. So this one is going to adjust the formula to one cell or one row, one column to the right, and this one is what is giving us an error. So how do you correct this one? So to correct this one, you're going to click on this cell, then you will be able to access the formula bar. So once in the formula bar, you're going to see the cells that have selected. If you look at this one, we have these three, but you don't need this one. We need the first one, that is column C, then column D, and column F. So how do you solve this one? So there are two ways that you can be able to solve this one. The first one is you are going to use the mouse. You're going to drag. So you move this one like that, and then you move this one. So you can see that this one has been adjusted. Yes. Then you can also move this one to this side. So this one may give you a problem. So this one you can separate, but you're going to take it back. you move this one, so that one is soft, and then you're going to take this one, sorry, so you're going to take this one back to where it is supposed to be, if you now you can see that we've used for the Jeda, for the stream, and then the max is okay. So this one you are going to enter like that. So that one is one way of doing that one. Then the next way is you click on the cell, and then you're going to manually change this one. What do you want to use? If you look, this one is okay, so you're not going to change this one. Remember, you're using this cell, you're finding for the computer, which is on row, on the column G. So this one is not going to change. The first one is not going to change, but this one is going to change. We want to use D. So we are on column D, so this one I'm going to change to D, and this one you're going to change to D again. So this one you're going to change to D. Is it C or D? So this one should be C, not let's D. Remember, the Jeda is on column C, and this one we are going to change this one to what we call D. Yes, this one is going to be D, like that. Okay, with that one you can just enter, and it's going to give you the same result. Now, those are two ways that you can be able to adjust. Apart from that one, we can come to this one where you're finding for the female. So you're going to say SUMIFS. Then this one, what we want is that we want this one to check to find the totals for this one. Okay, then we are also going to find this one, and we are also going to find up to this point. Then we can also change this one to absolute, so that it means that when you move it's not going to change. So this one, to make it absolute, or so that it's not going to move, you can use the $sign. So you're going to use this sign here. Same case with this one. Yes, and then what you're going to do is you are going to say female. You're going to say female, and then we come to this one also, and this one you're going to put a $sign. And what you are doing, this one, you're creating what we call the absolute cell reference, meaning that even if you move to another cell, the column is not going to change. It's going to remain column D in all the formula. When you autofill or copy the formula to another cell up to this point, and maybe asking yourself why you're not changing the row. The reason why you're not changing the row is because the row is not changed. We are using the column to move. The formula is moving using the column, not the row. And then what you're going to say, this one should be east. Okay, then we close, and then we find the formula. So with this one, even if you copy, the only thing that is going to change is the marks. So this one you can just copy here. You're going to see this one is going to work. So the formula is not going to. So what you're going to find is that, so if when you click on this one, you can see that it has taken the first two, and then it has taken the column that it should take. So if you click on this one also, you're going to find that this one, the first column, two columns that we need for the agenda and the stream are not changing, but the only thing that is changing is this one. So with that one, we come to the end of this session, and maybe to take you through what you have covered today. So we've said that we are using the SUMIFS formula, and this one you've said we normally use this one when you have more than one condition. And in our case, we talked about having where you want to check the totals for those, maybe the gender that is maybe a male or a female, and then the next one is that you want to find maybe a male that belongs to east stream or a female that belongs to the east stream. And you've said for this one you have to use the SUMIFS because you are using two conditions to check. Then we've said for you to do this one you need to use SUMIFS, and you said when you want to type the Excel formula, the first thing that you do is you type the equal sign, then you type the formula that you want to use or the function that you want to use. Then you start with what you want to find. For this case, we want to find the marks for science, so you're going to select the cell H that has the marks for science. Then the next thing that you're going to find is you're going to type, or you're going to enter the cell H for the first criteria that you want to use, and ours is this one, which is male. Then the second one is this criteria, which is east, and once you do that, is you're going to enter, you press enter on the keyboard so that you can get the formula or you can get the result. Then you said you can also autofill, and you said when you drag this one, you're going to see if it's changing. So you can drag this one. Once you drag like that one, you click on the formula bar, and once you click on the formula bar, you adjust this one. So this one you said is not going to change because you can see it is already selected, but this one you're going to change from C. So this one you're going to put to C like that one, and then once you do that one, you're going to see that you can either adjust here on the formula bar or you can drag with the mouse. So you take this corner and then you drag it like that one, and this one you drag like that, and it's going to adjust the formula to fit the way it should fit. We have also said that you can use what you call the absolute cell referencing, and with absolute cell referencing is where you put a $ before a row or a column. And for our case, because the only thing that is changing is a column, we are only going to put the $ before the column. So this one, when you put the cell, this one is, when you copy the formula to another cell, this one is not going to change. So in all you do, this is going to remain the same like you have done there. So that is all for today. Remember to comment, to like, to share, and subscribe to this video. Thank you for your time.